Good afternoon, Amma. In today's class, I'm going to discuss about the repetition control instruction. So in previous classes, we have discussed about the if statement, multiple if, nested if else, like that. All if statements we have discussed in the previous classes. So in today's class, I'm going to discuss about the repetition control instructions. So here, the main aim of the repetition control instructions are to repeat a set of statements in a given program. So these are used to repeat the set of instructions or statements in a given program. And there are mainly two types of repetition control instructions. Now the two types are, first one is a while loop and the second one is a for. So here there are two types of the repetition loop statements. The first one is a while loop and the second one is a for loop. So when we will use the while loop and when we can use the for loop. So whenever the number of iterations are fixed, just like we need to print from 1 to 5 numbers, we will go with the for loop. And whenever the number of iterations are not fixed, it means infinite number of times. So it will use the output infinite number of times or n number of times. Then we need to go for the for loops. If the iterations are more, then we need to go for the for loop. If the iterations are if the iterations are limit, then we need to go for the for loop. If the iterations are not limit, the infinite number of times, then we need to go for the while loop. So it is a difference between while loop and for loop. Okay, understand? Have you got the hello? Have you understand? Hello? Got my point or not?
Sir, we cannot see second slide, sir. We can only see module 1 introduction to Python only, sir.
Now? Hello?
Sir, we cannot see slides, sir. We can only see the first slide, sir.
I think there is a problem with you only, Ma. It's not a problem from my side. Now you are visible or not?
No, sir, we can see only module to introduction to Python.
Second, I will share. Now? Hello? Sir?
No, sir.
Sir, introduction to Python, module 2.
Second slide are not visible.
Yes, sir.
Second slide visible or not, Amma?
Not visible,
Not
sir.
visible,
Second
sir.
slide.
No.
Why is the problem? I don't know.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Huh?
Sir, it now it's gone, sir. Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
visible.
Good, Amma?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So in today's class, I'm going to discuss about the repetition control instructions. So here the repetition control instructions are nothing but the to repeat a set of statements in a program, we need to go for the repetition control instructions. So there are mainly two types of repetition control instructions. The two types are while and for. So here while loop is there, for loop is there. When we need to use the while loop and when we need to use the for loop. So whenever the number of iterations are fixed, like some 1 to 5 numbers, then we need to go for the for loop. If there are number of the iterations are finite number, then we need to go for the for loop. Whenever the number of iterations are not fixed, then we need to go for the while loop. Or the number of iterations are infinite, then we need to go for the while loop. In a simple manner, if the number of iterations are less, we need to go for the for loop. And if the number of iterations are very high, then we need to go for the while loop. So depending upon the number of iterations, we need to choose that whether it requires while loop or for loop. So there is a difference between while and for loops. Now in today's class, we'll discuss about the while loop. So after completion of the while loop, we'll discuss the for loop. So here while is used to repeatedly execute the instructions as long as the given statement is true. If the given statement is true, it will continuously use the output. So here the syntax of the while loop is, it has two forms of the syntax. So this is the first one. So here the first one, 1 minute. So there are two types of syntaxes of while loop. So first one, in the first one, this is the first one. This is the first syntax. This is the second syntax. The first one is the second one. So in the first one, so here
Sir, we
while
able to see only first slide, sir.
hello,
We able to see only first slide, sir.
ప్రాబ్లం మీకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు నాకు అది.
సార్ స్లైడ్ చేంజ్ అవ్వట్లేదు సార్.
అదే ఎందుకు ప్రాబ్లం నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు, అది ఎందుకు అలా చూపిస్తున్నాను.
ఏమో సార్.
అందరికి అలానే ఉంది అది.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుందా?
ఓకే సార్.
So here first we'll discuss the while loop. So while loop, we can use the while loop when we want to execute the statements repeatedly. Then we need to go for the while loop. So there are two types of syntax in while loop. There are two types of the syntax. So here the first one is, so first syntax is, this is the first syntax, first form. This is the second form. First one, this is the second one. So the first one, while condition is true, while condition, then we need to write the statements. So here the statements are true, then it will execute the two statements. While condition, so here we need to mention the condition. While condition, just like if, let us assume if I is less than 10. So this is the condition. Like that, while k equal to 0 or while I less than or equal to some 10. So like that we need to write the condition here. Then statement 1, statement 2. So this is the first syntax. Next, second type of syntax is while condition in a similar fashion. So here the statement 1, statement 2. So here there is two statements are true, then it will execute the two statements. If the two statements are false, then it go for the else. Then it will go for the else and it will execute the statement 3 and statement 4. So here we will use the else statement. Here else is the optional one. We can use the else or we cannot use the else. So depending upon the requirement, we can use the else or we cannot use the else statement. So here else block is the optional block. So here we may use the else or we may not use the else block. So here if else is present, or if else is present, then it is executed when condition fails. If the first condition fails, then only it will execute the else statement. If the first condition is true, then it will first execute the first one, statement 1 and statement 2, then it will quit the program. If the first statements are false, then it will come to the else and it will execute the statement 3 and statement 4. So here usage of while loop. So when how we can use the while loop. So here a while loop can be used in the three situations. The first one is repeat a set of statements till a condition remains true. Repeat a set of statements till a condition remains true. Just like let us assume some I less than, I is a number, I is some variable, I is less than 10. Condition, let us assume while I less than 10. So here we need to check that from 1 to 10. First we need to check that 1 less than 10, true, they execute. 2 less than 10, it will execute. 3 less than 10. So like until 9 less than 10, it will execute. Next number is 10 less than 10. 10 less than 10 is a false. So false means it will quit from the program. So like that, it repeats the set of statements till a condition remains true. So if the condition remains true, then it will execute all the statements. This is the first condition. Then second one, repeat a set of statements a finite number of times. So let us assume there are three statements are there. We need to print the two statements repeatedly. Suppose I need to print some 1 into 10 equal to 10. So I need to print these 1 into 10 into 1 into 10 equal to 10 times. 10 times. Then it can be possible by using the while loop. Third one, iterate through a string, list, and tuple. So we can perform operations on string, list, and tuple. We can iterate these. We can iterate the strings and we can iterate the list. We can iterate the tuples, or we can perform some operations on string, list, and tuples. So here, out of these three conditions, the first one is best suitable for the while loop, and here the remaining two, most of the times we'll go for the for loop only. Even though we can use the we can execute these two cases using the while loop, but it can be best executed by using the for loop. Second and third can be best executed by using the second for loop only. And the first one, we can execute the first one by using the while loop. So here we'll see this. So are you able to see the program, Amma?
No, sir.
Every time is a problem, I think. Now,
Yes, sir.
let's see some program, some example. So repeat a set of statements till a condition remains true. Just like that we have given some example now. That is, let us assume while I less than 10. In a similar fashion, up to I less than 10, it will execute the program. So here it is a repeat a set of statements till a condition remains true. Till a condition remains true, it will execute the instructions. So here example is, first one is num is a variable, num equal to int of input of enter a number. Here we can enter any number. Next, while num is the variable, when num not equal to 5, when num not equal to 5, it is a condition. While condition, then print num comma num star num. We need to print num comma num star num. Num equal to again int of input of enter a number, because it is an infinite loop, so it will continuously gives the output. So here in this program, let us assume the condition is while num is not equal to 5. So here I am assuming the number as 3. Number is 3. So here the num is 3 is not equal to 5. When 3 is not equal to 5, we need to print num is 3 comma 3 star 3. 3 star 3 is 9. So 3 comma 9. So like that, we will print the number. Again, let us assume num equal to 4. Except 5, we can assume any number. Or num equal to 10. 10 comma 10 into 10. It is 100. Like that. So it will give the infinite times. It will use output infinite up to infinite times, because it is an infinite loop. So please note the program. Please note the program. I will open, you just wait a minute. I will open using Python. Yes, all of you please note, one minute, I am sharing the program. Program is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you please note the program. So here let us assume a variable num equal to int of input of enter a number. So here we can give the any number. We can enter the any number. So while num not equal to 5, print num comma num star num. Num star num means a number into number. Then print num equal to, again we need to enter the other number. Like that is just because of it is infinite loop, we can enter any number of the any number. Yes, please note the program. Yes, completed. Yes, completed or not?
Completed, sir. Completed, sir.
Okay, then just I'm running the program. If I run the program, so here we need to, and again I will share the next one. So here if you run the program, so the output will be like this. So here I am entering the number, some 4. So if I enter the number 4, so it will give the a continuous loop because it will give the number of times, infinite times it will execute the program. So 4, 16. So num, num into num. Again, if I run the program, once again, if I run the program, again it will ask the other number. So here other number is I am giving some 6. Again it will give 6, 36 like that because it is the while loop. While loop it will give the output up to infinite. So here again I am running the program. So here it is asking the number. So here I am giving the number 5. So 5 number is already, if number not equal to 5, then only it will execute the program. Because here 5 is equal to 5, then it will stop the execution. It will stop the execution. Can I just clear? Yes. Yes. PPT is visual, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next program. So repeat a set of statements a finite number of times. Second condition. So in previous condition, we have executed the program in infinite times. If you run the program, it will give the output infinite times. Now we need to control the program and we need to have a finite output. So to get a finite output, so here I'm running the program as some example count equal to 0. Count means it will count every time, it will use the output. It will count the number. So when count, let us assume count equal to 0 while condition count less than 10. While count less than 10, print count, count star count, count star, count star count like that. So here again count plus equal to 1. Count plus equal to 1 means, so here there is nothing but the count plus is equal to 1 is nothing but the, there is nothing but count is a variable. Therefore count star count plus is equal to 1 is nothing but count equal to count plus 1. So nothing but count plus 1. Count plus 1 equal to count plus equal to 1 is nothing but count equal to count plus 1. So here we have count plus 1 equal to count plus 1 is equal to 1. It is nothing but count is equal to count plus 1. In a simple manner, so here we are writing the count plus is equal to 1. Count plus is equal to 1 is nothing but count equal to count plus 1. So here I am assuming while count less than 10. While count less than 10. Then we need to print count star count, count star count like that. So we need to print the same statement. So here let us assume count equal to 0 first. So here I am giving the first one is 1. Let us assume I am assuming 1. I am entering the number 1. So when the number is 1, 1 is less than 10. When 1 is less than the 10, then it will go to the print statement. So here in print statement, so first one is count is number is 1, 1 into 1, 1 into 1. So the answer is 1, 1 like this. Next I am assuming count as 2. So here if I assume count as 2, so here it will count 2 means automatically it will increment. Automatically it will increment here. So first it will assume the count as 0. When it is 0, all outputs are 0. Then it will increment from 0 to 1. Count equal to count plus 1. Count equal to count plus 1 means 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 means next 1. So 1 is less than 10. When 1 is less than 10, the output is 1, 1, 1. Then it will come to the count plus is equal to 1. So now count is 1. Therefore, count is equal to 1 plus 1. Now the count is 2. When the count is 2, again it will check whether it is less than 10 or not. 2 less than 10. When 2 less than 10, then it will go to the print statement. It is 2, count is 2, 2 comma, 2 into 2, comma, 2 into 2 into 2. Therefore, 2 comma, 4 comma, 6 is the answer. Now again come to the count. Count plus is equal to 1. Therefore, count equal to count plus 1. Now count is 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 is less than 10. Now the count is 3. Therefore, the output is 3 comma 9 comma 27. Now again it come to the count plus 1 equal to 1. Then count, now count is 3. So therefore the new count is equal to 3 plus 1, 4. 4 is less than 10. When 4 is less than 10, then again go to the print statement. So here the print statement is 4 comma 16 comma 4 into 4 into 4, 64.
సార్ స్లైడ్ చేంజ్ అవ్వలేదు సార్, పాత స్లైడ్ ఉంది.
ఏ స్లైడ్ ఉందమ్మా? నేను రాసేది కనిపిస్తుందా మీకు? కనిపిస్తుందా?
కనిపించలేదు సార్ మీరు రాసింది.
వారి ముందు చెప్పచ్చు కదమ్మా, ఎంతసేపు దాకా. ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తున్నది?
ఓకే సార్. మళ్ళా పాతదే వచ్చింది సార్, ఈ ప్రీవియస్ స్లైడ్ వచ్చింది. కౌంట్ ఇంటూ
ఇది వస్తుంది కదా, కౌంట్
ఫైన్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ వచ్చింది సార్. ఫినిటీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ ఇదే ఉంది సార్, దాని నుంచి మీరు రాసింది కనపడలేదు.
ఇదే ఉందా? ఇదే కౌంట్, ఇదే స్లైడ్ కనిపిస్తుంది మీకు?
ఎస్ సార్.
కనిపిస్తుందా స్లైడ్?
లేదు సార్, పాతదే ఉంది, ఫినిటీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ దే ఉంది.
ఇప్పుడు కనిపించట్లేదా స్లైడ్?
ఈ ప్రీవియస్ స్లైడ్ ఉంది సార్, స్లైడ్ చేంజ్ అవ్వట్లేదు.
నిన్న లేదు కదా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది.
మరి నా దాంట్లో ఉంది, మరి అందరి దాంట్లో ఉందో తెలియదు సార్. అభిలాష్ నీ దాంట్లో ఎట్లుందిరా?
లేదు మా కూడా
స్లైడే ఉందిరా, ప్రీవియస్ స్లైడే ఉంది, చేంజ్ అవ్వట్లేదు
స్లైడ్ ఉందిరా.
ఇది కనిపించదా ప్రోగ్రామ్ కౌంట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 వైల్ కౌంట్ లెస్ దాన్ 10?
లేదు సార్, అది లేదు, ఓన్లీ ప్రీవియస్ స్లైడ్ ఫినిటీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ ఉంది.
నాకు ఇప్పుడు లోడ్ అయింది సార్. ఇది కౌంట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0 వాళ్ళు కౌంట్ ఈజ్ లెస్ దెన్ 10 వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు
వచ్చిందా
సార్?
ఇప్పుడు హలో
సార్,
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుంది అది?
లేదు సార్, ప్రీవియస్ స్లైడ్ ఉంది సార్, కౌంట్ ఇంటూ కౌంట్. ఏమో సార్, అది అందరికి అట్లా వస్తుంది, నాకు ఇట్లా వస్తుంది, అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
కౌంట్ ఈక్వల్ 0 వైల్ కౌంట్ లెస్ దాన్ 10 అది రాలేదా?
లేదు సార్, పాత ప్రీవియస్ స్లైడ్ ఉంది.
ప్రాబ్లం అర్థం కావట్లేదు. మళ్ళీ షేర్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే సార్.
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తున్నా? హలో
సార్,
విజిబుల్ అమ్మా, కనిపిస్తుందా?
ఓకే సార్.
ఇప్పుడు
నో సార్, పాత అదే స్లైడ్ ఉంది సార్.
ఏ స్లైడ్ ఉంది?
Count equal to 0 while count.
While count less than 10.
అదేంటి సార్?
ఇదే ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇది.
ఓకే సార్.
ప్రీవియస్
అంటే
ప్రోగ్రామ్
మీరు ఏదో రాస్తున్నారు కదా సార్, అది కనిపించలేదు సార్ మాకు మీరు రాసేది.
రాసేదే ఇంపార్టెంట్ అక్కడ మనకి. ఒకసారి చూస్తాం ఇప్పుడు చూడండి. So here the program is mainly for the finite number of times we need to execute the program. So here for that, here I'm giving the count as 0. When count equal to 0, then come to the while count less than 10. So count is 0 here. When count is 0, so here is 0 less than 10. Can we now Rasadi?
నో సార్.
Slide pen రాసేదమ్మా.
కనిపించలేదు సార్.
కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
స్లైడ్ కనిపిస్తున్నప్పుడు స్లైడ్ మీద రాసేది కనిపించలేదు.
ఏమో సార్.
ఇప్పుడు అమ్మ చూడు 0 less than 10 కనిపిస్తుందా?
కనిపించలేదు సార్.
నాకు అర్థం కాదు ప్రాబ్లం.
ఆనంద్ నీదేరా ప్రాబ్లం.
నీకు వస్తుందా?
లేదు నాకు కూడా రావట్లేదు.
If there is net problem, then you may have some problem అమ్మా.
అరే ఎవరెవరికి రావట్లేదు ఒకసారి హ్యాండ్ రైస్ చేయండి రా.
లేదు నాకు రావట్లేదు
సార్. అందరు హ్యాండ్ రైస్ చేశారు సార్, చాలా మంది.
మెజారిటీ
నిన్న కనిపించిందా మరి రాసింది?
సార్
నిన్న రాసింది కదా కొంచెం.
ఓకే సార్, నిన్న కనిపించింది సార్, నిన్న రాసింది కనిపించింది.
ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి అర్థం కావట్లేదు. చూస్తాం రాస్తాం చూద్దాం. అదర్వైజ్ రిపీట్ వన్స్ అగైన్ టుమారో. కానీ నా దగ్గర అయితే ప్రాబ్లం అయితే ఏమీ అనిపించట్లేదు. నెట్ అంతా ఉంది, కరెక్ట్ గా ఉందండి
సార్. నా ఒక్కడికంటే అనుకోవచ్చు సార్, చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు కదా సార్ నాలాగా.
అదే నాకు అదే ప్రాబ్లం అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
ఓకే సార్.
ఎందుకంటే రాసేది చూస్తేనే మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది, లేదు అర్థం కాదు. Okay, ma. So here anyway, I will repeat once again tomorrow also.
Okay, sir.
Please listen. So here the first one is count is 0. The slide. When count is 0, then it will come to the condition while count less than 10. So count less than 10 means while 0 less than 10. While 0 less than 10 means 0 is less than 10. It is a true. When it is true, it will execute the output. So when it is 0 less than 10, it will come to the print statement. So here in print statement, so what is the output in print? Count, comma, count star, count, comma, count star. Do 0. The output is 0, 0. Okay. Now again come to the after execute the statement, it will come to the count. So here the count is equal to our count plus is equal to 1. Here the count plus is equal to 1 means there is nothing but count is equal to count plus 1. Count plus is equal to 1 means count is equal to count plus 1. Now the count is 0. Therefore, new count equal to 0 plus 1. Now the count is equal to 1. So now the count equal to 1 means it will go to the first statement. So here the first one is count equal to 1 now. When count equal to 1, again it will come to the next one. Count while count 1 is less than 10. 1 is less than 10 is true statement. 1 is less than 10 is true means it will again come to the print. It will print the output. So print the output means count means 1 comma 1 into 1 1 comma 1 into 1 into 1 1. It will print the output as 1 comma 1 comma 1. Now it will come to the count plus is equal to 1. Count plus is equal to 1 means count equal to count plus 1. Now count is 1 1 plus 1. Now the new count is 2. When the new count is 2, again it will go to the first statement, count is equal to 2. While 2 less than 10, 2 is less than 10 is true. Before it will again come to the print statement, it will print the output. So 2 comma 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2. Therefore the output is 2 comma 4 comma 6. Next, it will come to the count plus is equal to 1. Therefore count equal to count plus 1. So already the count is 2, 2 plus 1. The new count is 3. Therefore 3, while 3 less than 10, because 3 is less than 10, it will execute the statement. Again come to the print. So 3 comma 3 into 3, 9. 3 into 3 into 9, 27 is the output. Again it come to the count plus is equal to 1. Count plus is equal to 1 means new count is equal to 3 plus 1. Therefore 3 plus 1 is 4. Again it will go to the first one, count equal to 4. While 4 less than 10, then it will again come to the print, count comma count star count, count star count star count, like that. So it will execute the all statements up to count less than 10. So count less than 10 means when 9, let us assume count equal to 9. 9 less than 10 is true. Then it will give the output. Let us assume 10 less than 10. 10 less than 10 is the wrong statement. Therefore, it will quit from the program. So this is a program. We'll execute the program using Python. Let us assume a Python node. So in Python, yes, program is visible, Amma?
Yes, sir, visible.
And now you please note the program. So count equal to 0. First count is 0. While count less than 10. Print count comma count star count comma count star count star count. Count plus is equal to 1. Count plus is equal to 1 is nothing but count is equal to count plus 1. So here it will execute the program up to count is 9. Because count 9 is less than 10, it will execute the program up to 9. When count is equal to 10, so count is equal to 10 means 10 is less than 10. 10 less than 10 is a false statement. Therefore, it will quit from the program. Yeah, please note the program. All of you please note the program.
Completed, sir.
Okay, just I'm running the program. Run the program using run module, and I'm sharing the program. So here, if you run the program, the output will be like this. Check the output. So 0, first one is count is 0. When count is 0, 0 less than 10. When 0 less than 10, we need to print that count comma count into count. Again, count into count into count. Therefore, first one is 0 0 0. Next, again it will increment the count. Count plus is equal to 1 means count equal to 0 plus 1. Now the new count is 1. When 1 less than 10, it will execute the program and it will give the output as 1 comma 1 comma 1. Then the counter is incremented. Counter is incremented means count equal to count plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So it will print the count comma count into count, count into count into count. Therefore 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2. Next, the new counter is count is incremented and the new counter is count plus 1. It is 3. Then it will execute the program as 3 comma 3 into 3 9, 3 into 3 into 3 27. Again counter is incremented. Now the new count is 4. So 4 less than 10, it executes the output. Therefore 4 16 64. Like that it will execute the program up to 9. Now the new count is 10. 10 less than 10 is a wrong statement, false statement. Therefore, it could quit from the program. Okay, so here in place of while here in place of the program. So while count less than 10. So in place of count less than 10, you can give 20 also. If I enter the count less than 20 again, and I am running the program. It will give up to 19. If the count is less than 20, it will give the output up to 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 19. So depending upon the count, we can print the output. By changing the count, we can print the output up to our requirement. Yes, any doubt? Yeah, are you able to visible the screen
Yes, sir.
program?
Through a string, list and tuple.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Visible.
Yes, new program is iterate through a string, list, and a tuple. We are iterating the program using string, list, and tuple. So it is an example of program. Let us assume S is some variable. A string is assigned to a variable S. S is a variable. Mumbai is a variable string. String is a Mumbai variable. A Mumbai string is assigned to a variable S. So let us assume some list. LS is a variable to print the list. So in list we have different strings. So desert is one string. Again DESSERT. First one is DESERT. Second one is a DESSERT. Then 2 is one string. TOO2 is another string. LOSE one string. LOOSE another string. So there are different strings in the list. Then tuple. Tuple can be 10, 20, 30, minus 30, minus 20, minus 60. So there are, if you count the numbers in, if you count the, so here characters in string 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 strings in the, there are 5 characters in the string. So here these are the 0 to 5. Now coming to the list. In list we have again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 strings in the list. Coming to the tuple, there are integers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here also we have 0 to 5. There are 6 integers in the tuple. So here we need to perform some we need to print the. We need to compare some list and string, then we need to print the statement. So here let us assume I equal to 0. Let us assume I equal to 0. I equal to 0 means starting one, while I less than length of the list. When I less than length of the list. So here what is the length of the list? The length of the list is 6 here. So because here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5. Therefore the length of the list is 6. Therefore when 0 less than 6. When 0 less than 6, when 0 less than 6, we need to print that. We need to print I is a 0. When 0 less than 6, we need to print 0 I is nothing but 0. Where S of I, where S is a string. String of I means string of 0. 0's place is in string is M is the 0th place in string, comma list of I, list of 0. List of 0 is desert. DESERT. Then tuple of I, tuple of 0. Tuple of 0 is 10. It is the output. Then come to the final one. I plus is equal to 1. I plus equal to 1 means I is equal to, we have I plus 1. I equal to I plus 1. Therefore, I equal to we have 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now I equal to 1. Again, it come to the I equal to 1. When I equal to 1 means when I less than length of list. When I is nothing but 1, where I less than 6, then it will come back to the print statement. When I less than 1, again it will print the, what is I here? 1. So 1 comma S of 1. S of 1 is U is a S of 1, comma, and S list of 1. List of 1 is a DESSERT. Is the list of 1, and tuple of 1 is 20. So is it visible, man? Yes, I'm writing on slide. Is it visible or
Sir,
not?
visible, sir. Now it's visible.
Now it is visible now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it will print the, when I equal to 1, it will print 1 comma U comma desert comma 0. Now I is incremented. I plus is equal to 1. I plus is equal to 1 means I equal to I plus 1. Therefore I equal to 1 plus 1. Now the new I is equal to 2. I equal to 2. When I equal to 2, get 2 less than length of list. 2 is less than 6 only. When 2 is less than 6, again it will come back to the print. So here in print again, so print means I is nothing but 2 comma S of I. S of I is a, what is the second one in I? Second indexing in I? Sorry, second indexing in S. Second indexing in S is 0, 1, 2. Small m is the second indexing in string. N comma. So what is the second indexing in list? PO2 is the second indexing in the list, and second indexing in the tuple is 30. It will print the 2 comma N comma PO2 comma 30. Now I is incremented to next one. Now I equal to 2 plus 1. The new value of I is 3. Therefore 3 is less than 6. When 3 is less than 6, again it will print the output. Again the new output is 3 comma S of 3. S of 3 is a B is S of 3 comma list of 3. List of 3 is POO is a list of 3, and tuple of 3. Tuple of 3 is minus 30. Again it comes to the I plus equal to 1. Now the new I is equal to 4. 4 is less than 6. When 4 is less than 6, it will print the 4 comma. What is the S of 4? S of 4 is A comma LOSC comma minus 20. So like that, again we will go and again increment I is incremented. Next I value is 5. 5 is less than 6. It will print the output. Again I is incremented. When I is incremented, I becomes 6. 6 is less than 6. The statement is wrong. Therefore, it will quit from the program. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, any doubts? Any doubts in remaining one?
No, sir.
Just I am opening the program. Please read the program. Yes, program is visible, Amma.
Yes, sir.
You please read the program.
Program is visible, sir.
Yeah, please note the program.
Okay, sir.
S equal to Mumbai is a string. List equal to, we have DESCRT, DESSCRT, PO2, PO2, LOSC, LOSC, tuple 10, 20, 30, minus 30, minus 20, minus 10. Next, I am assuming I equal to 0, while I less than length of list. So here the length of list is 6. How many strings are there in a list? So like that we can also have I less than S of length of S, or I less than length of tuple. We can have the different type of programs. If I less than length of list, we need to print I comma S of I comma list of I comma tuple of I. I plus equal to 1. I is incremented to Next one, I equal to I plus 1. Yes, please note the program. If it is completed, we will execute the program. Yes, completed or not?
Completed, sir.
Yeah, yes, I am executing the program. Just run, go to run module. Then we will give the output. I am sharing the output. Yeah, output is visible, Amma. Share. Share.
Sir,
Output visible, huh?
sir,
0 M.
visible, sir. Output is visible.
0 M DSCRT 10
10.
the first, like that up to it will execute the program up to 5 comma I comma LOSC minus 10. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.